One new construction home in Braintree, Massachusetts sold in just one day, while another beautiful home took 278 days to sell. So what made the difference? Well, we'll discuss that difference. But first, if you like understanding what's happening in new construction and home values here in Braintree, Quincy, Natick, or Wellesley, go ahead and click the link below. I share market insights like this so homeowners, buyers, and builders can make smarter decisions. Hi everyone, I'm Abbey Valencia Gooding with eXp Realty and eXp New Homes Division. Now, before real estate, I spent more than 2 decades working as an ICU nurse, and that experience taught me something I still use every day in this business. And that is, you don't diagnose based on hope. You diagnose based on data. So when I study the housing market, I don't just look at what sold last week. I look at patterns over time. I recently analyzed new construction homes that sold here in Braintree. Now, one of them, White Hills Drive, sold for about $1.9 million in just one day. And when you see something like this happen, it tells us something important. When a home enters the market positioned correctly in its price bracket, buyers don't hesitate. Instead, they compete. They say, who has a pen? They say, I want to make an offer now, instead of, oh, it's lovely, we'll think it over. Another beautiful new construction home on Sycamore Street eventually sold for around $1.8 million, but it took 278 days to get there. Now here's the interesting part. There was nothing wrong with the Sycamore house. It had great size. It was huge, beautifully constructed, on a lot just about half an acre, or approximately 21,000 square feet. But when it first entered the market, it wasn't the obvious choice for buyers. Buyers don't evaluate homes in isolation. They compare them. They're looking at the lot, the layout, the condition, and the location, and the price. And what they're really asking themselves is, which one makes the most sense compared to the others? When a home clearly answers that question, buyers don't hesitate. They compete. And here's the interesting part. The strongest negotiations don't start when an offer arrives. They start with how a home is positioned the moment it hits the market on day one. And sometimes the difference between selling in one day and selling in 278 days isn't the house itself. It's how the home entered the market. In the ICU, we didn't treat patients based only on how they look. We treat them based on what the diagnostics tell us. The housing market works pretty much the same way. The data always reveals where a home should be positioned. So if you're thinking about selling or building, the real question becomes, do you want your home entering the market as just another option or as the obvious choice? Because the goal isn't to list a home, it's to position it so buyers feel confident moving forward. If you'd like to understand how your home fits in today's market or how buyers are comparing properties in your price range, I'd be happy to walk you through the numbers. Again, I'm Abbey Valencia Gooding with eXp Realty, and I'll see you in the next one.